Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, May 24. This is the Bat X Release Show on Covers with Derek Carty. I'm your co-host, Josh Ingles. Great to see everybody here as always, and thanks for joining us here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Some honesty out of the gate. We are 5-12 straight up since I took over hosting duties, and it has been a rough go, honestly. But me and my fellow employees here and everyone that covers know Derek Carty is one of the most respected MLB modelers in the industry and an absolute proven long-term winner. These formats are not an easy transition as there are time and market restrictions that we do put on him and his system. But we are trusting this proven process and appreciate all the support and acknowledge all the negative as well. The bat projection can be found across the industry everywhere, including FanGraphs, and everyone knows who baseball and knows baseball knows the bat. Derek Carty is a long-term winner, and we're not tightening up. We are trusting the process. We are, however, moving the show to 11 a.m. going forward starting tomorrow. What are the benefits of us doing so here, Derek? Because we are chasing numbers coming up at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it's been rough going. Saying small sample size is an easy fallback, but it really is a small sample size. Like, bets that I've been making have been winning, but when we're doing the 1 o'clock bets, what we've seen a lot of times leading up to these shows and like our pre-show meetings and stuff, the lines are moving. Sometimes they've gotten taken off the board. Like, we're basically picking over scraps at this point a lot of times where the good lines have already moved and they're not viable at 1 o'clock anymore. So I think moving it up earlier, we'll be able to get on lines a little bit earlier. Maybe we'll have fewer to choose from because they do tend to get staggered, in their releases throughout the day, but we'll be able to hit the lines earlier, I'm hoping, before they really start to move. And ultimately that should mean more value. So I think it's going to be a good thing, but really, we're giving out, a couple picks a show, a handful of picks a week, and that is going to be a small sample size. Over time, this has been proven to win. Over a bigger sample size that I bet myself this year, that other, users have bet using the full system, they've done really well. The ones that we've happened to pick for the shows have not been doing great lately, but, probability wise, like, these are all plus EV picks. These are all long-term winners. And that's really what it comes down to, is just, this is a proven process that over the long run does work.
And we've been on the right side of the market nearly every pick. The results just haven't been there. As Malcolm Gillis says, trust the process. And we're doing that. In this industry, a lot of people hide and don't show their losses, but we're being transparent here and we're not hiding anything, but we're trusting a proven process, and we're starting again today, and we're not tightening up. However, we got 2 plays today showing plus great EV here, ready to roll. Derek?
Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely. So let's get straight to the release procedure. If this is new for you, the show is different. In order for everyone to get the same number at the same price, we have to follow a couple steps here, and that includes a slower process in rolling out the play. So we'll start off by telling you the best book where these odds are available and possibly where the second or third best available odds are at. Then we'll announce the game. We'll give you some time to open up your books, find the game. Then later we'll announce the prop market. Same thing. Give you some more time. We'll follow that by telling you the team the player is on, the player, and then the bet over, under, and then we'll go from there. So in saying that, 2 releases for today. We start with release number 1. DraftKings has the best price, but Bet365 is right there as well. The game in question for release number 1 is the Baltimore Orioles versus the New York Yankees. The Orioles versus the Yankees AL East matchup. The market we are looking for here is pitcher strikeouts. Orioles versus the Yankees. Market is pitcher strikeouts. If you're new to DraftKings, take some time to familiarize yourself with it because each book is different. Orioles versus Yankees. Pitcher strikeouts for release number 1 here on Tuesday. We're going New York Yankees, left-handed pitcher Jordan Montgomery over 4.5 Ks, minus 155. Jordan Montgomery over 4.5 Ks, minus 155. And the most important thing here, I think, right after this, Derek, is This number is up to 5.5 at many books. What are the projected number of Ks here? And at plus money at 5.5, is it worth it as well?
Yeah, so I like the 5-5 numbers or the 5-5 lines as well. The projection from the bat here is 6.3. So you're getting close to 2 full Ks on this 4.5 number. And you're still getting plenty of value on the 5.5 number. If you're getting it, probably plus 125 or so is where I've seen that number. This is a good spot for Montgomery. Like, he's a good pitcher. He's not a name pitcher, but he's a really good pitcher and kind of underrated as a result. The matchup is really good here. He has Bill Miller behind the plate, one of the best pitchers umpires in baseball, with regular catcher Kyle Higashioka on the COVID list. It seems like a pretty safe bet. We're going to see Trevino behind the plate, one of the best pitch framers in baseball. He's at home. He's got the home field advantage. Yankee Stadium is a plus park for strikeouts. This is some of the better weather of the day for him. And he's facing a weak Orioles offense where we should expect him to go deeper into this game because the run suppression should be there. Also, he should be more efficient and just see more pitches and more innings on average as a result. So there's a lot of things working in his favor here. And yeah, I like this.
There's a perfect example of someone who knows this industry better than I do. My first initial reaction is going right to K percentage for left-handed pitching, which the Orioles are number one in the AL at 27%. And then you go off and check like 6 other derivative boxes that are all in our favor. So they line up there. Not a great left-handed hitting lineup Baltimore has. So the familiarity factor is also there for Montgomery. So Jordan Montgomery over 4.5 Ks. We like this up to 5.5 at plus money. It's everywhere. We got a 365 and DraftKings at the best price there. Jumping over to release number 2, also at DraftKings, but you can find it at Bet365 or BetMGM, which might give away the market that this is in because it's not widely available everywhere, but we do love the plus EV value for some of these plays. So the game in question for release number 2, the Boston Red Sox at the Chicago White Sox. So go ahead and find that. We're at DraftKings here. The game in question, the Boston Red Sox at the Chicago White Sox. And the prop market we are looking at in this game, we're jumping over to player props and hitting the stolen base market. Now, if you don't have DraftKings, these are also available at Bet365, BetMGM, to name a few. So Red Sox at White Sox prop market, we're looking at stolen bases for release number 2. We're going Boston's Trevor Story over 0.5 total stolen bases plus 750. Let us know where you got it. Let us know the price. I mean, this number is low as plus 650, so we're already ahead there, Derek. Story leads Boston in swipes. He's perfect 5 for 5 on the season. And he faces a Chicago White Sox team that's allowed more stolen bases in baseball over the 1.5 seasons. What's the projection and what do we like here?
Yeah, I mean, what we like is the matchup. We like that Trevor Story is finally starting to hit. He's heating up. He's stealing bases. His lines have shown positive value throughout the year, and plus 750 here is still really good. The main issue is that he's facing Dylan Cease, who is an elite pitcher. He has to get on base against Cease, but Cease is easy to steal against. Chicago catchers are generally pretty easy to steal against, and so this is a good matchup on the base pass once he gets on. That doesn't appear to be fully baked into this line.
Yeah, as we see 700 there. It says 700 of the screen. Got it there. 700 at DK. So we're on the right side of the market here. What's the give and take? Like you said, Dylan Cease is a difficult guy to get on base for, but does that also increase the urgency to get into scoring position for these teams?
It can, if it's a slow, a low scoring game, maybe they're trying to manufacture runs. Like, you can certainly see that type of thing happen sometimes. And we've seen it with elite pitchers a lot of times where they're really good at pitching, but they are, below average or worse, at preventing steals or seeing stolen bases attempted against them, which is a big part of it.
Or you see pitchers who are pitching well and you get somebody on base and then they have to pitch out of the stretch and it throws the mechanics and the timing off too. So like this play, 5 for 5 so far, and faces a Chicago team that's allowing 0.54 stolen bases per game, and last year allowed a league worst 0.74 stolen bases. That's quite a few stolen bases. So to recap our 2 plays today, we're on the Yankees left-handed pitcher Jordan Montgomery over 4.5 Ks, minus 155, was minus 160 at Bet365, but we like this play up to 5.5 at plus money. Then we're jumping over to Boston at Chicago. Trevor Story over 0.5 stolen bases, plus 750. We've seen this move down to plus 700. It's as low as plus 650 on the market, but that's what we're doing on Transparency Tuesday. Trusting the process, trusting Derek Carty, trusting long-term sample sizes, because that's what this business is. Anything to add, Derek?
No, that's exactly it. Lots of people give out picks and guaranteed winners, and I've never presented it that way. These are not guaranteed winners. They're high probability plays that over a long-term sample, a big sample, have proven to do really well. And even this year, they've done really well. People who are using the whole projection system as a whole and betting lots of different things tell me every single day how well they're doing. So really, that's all it comes down to, is just process and sample size, and it's going to be fine.
Awesome, and we're going to help out the system even more by starting the show at 11 a.m. going forward, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So that will do it for us here on Covers' BatX Release Show. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m.